here we go.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good?
Great, doing great, doing
Awesome.
great.
Great job. So, today we'd like to talk to y'all about some reptiles. So we were wondering what y'all thought about when you think about reptiles. Wait, what do you think they're supposed to look like? Let's try a show of hands. I don't know if they're gonna do anything. Should we unmute them just, or can they unmute themselves just so they can like blurt out?
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, ladies, if y'all want us, you can stay on unmute if you want, and that way you can shout out to us if you want.
Can they see us at all?
They-
Can they see us?
Well, ladies, if you stand, you see, there you go. If you stand right over here, see
Okay.
me? You'll be right over here, right
Yeah,
over
that's what I
there.
was-
There you are.
That's why I was trying to figure out where the camera was so they could see us.
It's like news reporters out here. Doing good.
All right, so again, what do you think about when you think of what a reptile is supposed to look like?
Scales.
Scales?
Yeah. I don't have beginners.
Slithering? Slithering, okay. Any guesses, y'all? Slimy.
Oh, yeah.
Slimy.
What about fish? They have scales. I mean, and they're slimy.
That's true, that's true. Fish are not reptiles, but that's close.
Okay, so what are some things that you think these reptiles are supposed to do?
How do they act? How do they act? What?
What'd you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Can we turn off these speakers?
Sure you can.
Oh, yeah, I do. I know how the speakers are wonky.
Sure, I have it turned up quite a bit. Let me
If
see
we
if I
just
can
make
make
it
it
sound
any more.
like a room.
Let me see. Okay, that's up. Let me check this. That's better. Okay, there you go.
It's
There
fine.
you go.
Let's just a trial run.
Okay, that's right, trial run. Okay.
Is there anybody else?
Anybody else have any idea how they would behave? Different kind of things they would do that's unique to reptile?
Do they hiss? They hiss?
Yeah, some do this.
Okay.
Finish.
What? Like activity fishing? Is that what they said? Did y'all say fish?
Like skittish.
Oh, skittish, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they do act a little skittish.
Okay.
So going into that, we're gonna meet our first friend of today. Now, she's not too shy, she's super friendly, so don't worry about her scaring your mom or anything. She's a little darker than that. Hiding or something, nonsense.
Mhm.
There you go. There we go. This is, oh, she is an
This is
our
literally-
friend.
Yeah, like a pretzel.
Snowy. Come on, Snowy. Okay. No.
She said she wants to
She's
sing.
like, I want to be a pretzel today, Maggie. It's fine. Okay, so this is our friend Snowy. Does anyone notice anything interesting about our friend Snowy? Something a little bit unusual?
She's white.
Yes,
Yes.
Snowy is white. So Snowy is a corn snake, and they're typically more of a brownish, orangish color. You can see, around a little bit. You can see like her little markings on her. They're a little bit closer to the color that most corn snakes would be. I think she realized she's in a knot. She's like, all right, all right.
Oh, no.
So they're eastern corn snakes, so native to eastern United States. So their name, the corn snake originates from these markings on them. See how she's kind of checkered on her stomach? Like the spots go back and forth? It's more prominent in the darker colors, but it looks, there she goes, she picked it up. It looks kind of like corn, and so that's where they got the name. They can get up from about 24 to 72 inches long. I don't think Snowy's that long, but she's a big girl. In the wild, they'll eat mice, rats, birds, hello. But Snowy only eats mice because she is in captivity and that's what she's fed. In the wild, they typically search for their food in rodent burrows because that's just the easiest place for them to get. It's cooler on the ground, and they don't like to be very exposed. But however, they have been known to search for birds in trees. They've been known to climb trees, and they'll even go into abandoned buildings just to find the rats in there. I believe Snowy's about 17 years, or 14.
We think so, Meg. I've had her for about 13 years, and she was probably 5 or 6 when I got her. So yeah, she's probably getting up there, pushing 20.
Snowy's an old gal. She's about 17, 18, around that age. In captivity, they can get up to about 23 years old, which is pretty awesome for a wild animal like this. A big problem with corn snakes is that people always assume that snakes are venomous. But you see her head's not really a triangle shape, but just kind of round, goes with her body. That means she's not venomous. And so if your mom gets freaked out when you see a snake or anything like that, say, Mom, don't kill that snake, just let it be. Maybe don't get close enough to check its head, just kind of let it go on. But like we said before, Snowy is white, and so she's white because she's albino, which is super unique to Snowy. And because of that, she could not survive in the wild on her own. So that's why we have her here, but that's awesome because we get to use her to teach about corn snakes and just the super cool lives they live. All right, we're gonna put Snowy away. Move on to another unique slithering friend that we have. Oh, Lord. Snowy.
She said you got me up. I ain't
He's
going
like, all right, I don't want to go around.
She does that so often, Maggie, that's okay. And you can make a joke like, well, she just didn't want to go away from you.
She wants to see all of y'all.
And that's right. And you okay tying the knot there?
Thanks,
And it's
Dad.
kind of like, okay.
She's gonna get her head.
Good, good. I'm always afraid of that too. Okay? Good, good. Huh?
I'll do it. So while Snowy's awesome unique features, her different coloring than usual, our next friend has some neat facial forms that help her survive in the wild. She's a little girl. She's gonna look tiny compared to our girl Snowy. Wait, I think, yeah. Yeah. She's like stuck in the, she was taking a nap, her head's a little stuck in the crevice of the building.
She has her head like burrowed in.
Oh, and they have that perfect point in their little nose. It fits right in that bag corner, doesn't it? Very good.
Sandy, you look like you've grown a little bit.
Okay, while Snowy's unique for her coloring, Sandy, I call her Sharon. I know what her name is, but.
I did the
Okay,
same thing.
Sandy is unique for her nose. Her nose, she is a. She is a western hognose snake, which is typically not found in Georgia, but you can find the eastern hognose snake here. Her nose is actually where she gets her name, It is used to root up dirt. They can be found in the plains of central North America, all the way from Canada down to Mexico. They typically live about 10 to 20 years, and they're typically 1 to 3 feet in length. They're definitely not as big as Snowy. Sandy actually weighs less than half a pound, so she's small. They typically eat frogs, toads, salamanders, rodents, lizards, other small snakes, and eggs. What are you doing? Where are you going? Do you want to see that? Is that what it is? So some of her unique abilities are that she can mimic a rattlesnake to protect herself, and she can also to fake out other predators. They can dramatically flop around and play dead and lay on their backs, and they'll stick out their tongues until the threat has passed. Like Snowy, please don't think that silly snakes, like, as you can see, she likes to do this, that they're venomous and you need to kill them. Obviously, don't get close enough to check, but leave snakes alone, and they'll leave you alone.
I feel like with Sandy, she's easier to tell that she's not venomous, because it's like her body just keeps going and just stops. Goes onto her little nose.
Okay, now that we've learned some cool stuff about our friend Sandy, we're going to bring another one of our super cool friends out, who also has her own unique abilities. Hey, baby, what are you taking a nap? Where are you going? What are you doing? Time to wake up.
Oh, she was sleeping. Good morning. Hi, so this is our friend Sharon. Say hi, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
Anyone notice anything unique about Sharon?
Where's her
She
leg?
looks funny in the front.
That's
Yeah,
right, Sharon
yeah.
only has 3 legs. And Sharon was a wild turtle. And you think losing a leg would kind of be, detrimental to a little girl like her. But honestly, it's just made her a whole lot sassier. She was fully asleep.
So Sharon is a eastern box turtle. They typically have a dark brown shell with yellow-orange markings.
With Sharon being a female, her eyes are a lot darker than the males are. The males have a yellowish, reddish eye, and their shells also have a lot more coloring, and that's one of the ways you can tell them apart.
Good.
So the eastern box turtle actually gets their name from their shell being hinged right here. They typically live about 25 to 35 years, but have been known to live for well over 100. They're typically about 4 to 6 inches in size, and in the wild they live on about 4 acres their entire life. So, they typically eat plants, mushroom, fruits, insects, flies, small amphibians, and eggs. When they're younger, they need to grow quickly, so they typically eat a lot more meat and they stay near the water. But as they mature, they move more inland and they eat more plants.
So Sharon lost her leg. Someone was cutting their grass and they did not check their yard before they took their lawnmower out, and they kind of nicked a little Sharon. That's why we have her today, because she really wouldn't be able to survive very well. Her shell was damaged right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, Sharon. So she couldn't really tuck in, and I don't really think she'd be able to move as well in the wild. Now, she has proven us wrong. She has launched off that little stub as strongly as she can, and she can go
and ladies, not to interrupt you, but you're more than welcome at ESP. You can put her on the ground. I know our friends online wouldn't be able to see it, but you can put her on the ground there and see if she will walk to show that she is fast. I mean, she really is. That would be nice. Just letting you know.
Do you wanna get on the ground? Yeah, cause you're kicking me. You want to?
But Sharon's just an example. Let's see if she moves. Oh, there she goes, there she goes. Go, Sharon, go. She's still half asleep. She was fully
She's
snoozing in her
morning,
hotel when I got
she's
her out.
I don't think she's feeling it.
Come on, Sharon. Do a scoot.
You gonna do it?
Of course, she's not gonna do it when we want her to.
Oh, now you gonna do it, now you gonna do it.
She said running's different than air running.
There's an eye. Yeah.
But no, Sharon's just another large example of how we can help our wildlife in ways that we never thought we could. Like I would have never, before meeting Sharon, I never would have thought, oh, I need to check my yard for a turtle to make sure I don't hurt it when I'm cutting the grass. But like we said earlier, they only live in 4 acres of land their entire life. So a lot of times you'll see them on the sides of the roads. If you want to save them, that is amazing, but do not take them home. They'll have to learn a whole new environment, and you don't know how old they are, how long they've been there, and that could be a little bit disorienting for them. So if you see them on the road, just move them across in the direction they're going. Because if you just try to flip them around, they're pretty stubborn, like Sharon. She's super sassy, and she'll just try and go right back and lead back in the road.
All right, now that you've learned about some of our cool animal ambassadors and some of their unique features and abilities, we want you to create your own animal and with its own unique features and abilities.
Ranger Nate, did you
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So we are going to draw our own animal.
Yeah, create your own animal with its own unique abilities that it can
Okay.
decide why it has those abilities.
Okay. Okay. So we're drawing our animals here. Okay. And again, just while you're doing that, at ESP, you're more than welcome to go around and visit with the participants, and you'll have volunteers there helping them, and I like that you're drawing your own too, that's great.
What are you drawing? Wow. Okay, okay.
tried that.
I've got mine in really bright colors, so when it gets near the road, people will see it, and they won't hit one. Like Sharon's missing that little arm, so I wanted to put some wheels on it, just to kind of help it move faster.
Alright, is everybody about close to being done? Can I get a thumbs up if you're done or close to being done? Okay, just a minute or two, another minute or two.
We got one.
Three, two, one.
Okay. Jeff has the virtual thumbs up. I like that, Jeff.
Gotcha.
He said, bye.
Said, I'm ready. Yes.
Okay.
Alright, would anyone like to share the animal that they've created and talk about its awesome features?
Jenna does.
Good.
Okay,
All right.
Jenna?
I drew an alligator with a shell for protection and a home.
Wow,
Wow, that's
great.
cool.
Imagine how big that
Can you
show
imagine?
I want one.
That's cool.
I want to see one.
Alright, anyone else want to share theirs?
Now it has to
That was
be-
awesome, Jenna.
I think Carrie does.
Carrie?
Terry, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I made a fish that can fly and also swim, and it produces its own light.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Very
Hey,
neat.
Hannah, you gotta do yours now.
Peer pressure.
All right. Mine is just a turtle, but it's got wings and a spoiler on the back for speed.
Yes.
Love that.
And I had one kind of similar to him. Mine had wheels on it, so he could go real fast. His shell's really bright, so that if he's in the road, cars will see him and they won't hit him. It'd be like bright pink or something. So please don't hit me, and he can speed out of the way. There.
Ready
So
for yours, Tyler?
Yes. That's Tyler.
oh, a tiger rabbit.
With the snakes
I
and
know.
That's like the bunny in Monty Python.
Okay.
Come on, Kevin.
I'm good.
Kevin.
No,
Kevin.
no,
Peer pressure.
no.
Peer pressure.
Kevin, your drawing is very good.
It's a turtle.
Kevin!
Oh, good.
Come on, give me a thumbs down.
It's some kind of turtle.
Well, Kevin drew a turtle and it looks really good, and I'm sad that he won't share with us. But thank you all for creating your awesome, unique animals. I really appreciate looking at all of them. Looking back at all the animals we saw today, they didn't look or act the ways that we might assume that they should. Snowy was white, very bright white, very beautiful white Snowy. Sandy can act like other snakes, and she has a cute little hog nose that helps her to burrow through the ground. And then our friend Sharon was hurt, but she overcame the adversity of her injury, and she's stronger than ever. And they don't have to be what we assume they be, and that's how it is for all of you as well. So I want you to remember that you all have unique abilities, features, all different things, and that they're important for the world that we're in. Thank you.
Great, ladies. Thank you all very much. That's wonderful. I love that summary. I love that summary. Good stuff.